Hey guys, so I just wanted to pop on quickly and talk to you about something that has been pretty profound this morning around my house. I was working with Sarah this morning. A shout out to you, Sarah, if you're watching. And we were talking about her core values, and that's like key for me right now. So, and then my husband came down and he threw out a whole bunch of stuff, and it was like, ah, my head just exploded. So I had to get on here and talk to you a little bit about that right now. So one of the things I want to talk about, it's marketing. I'm not a marketer. I'm not like a crazy, I don't know. I just know that words matter, and that when you know your core values, that those core values get expressed, and then you magically, I don't know, maybe not so magically, attract the people that are attracted to what you're saying. So it's not rocket science. It's just that most of the time we don't actually, we don't pinpoint the words that are really our true kind of, like, it's like a divining rod. It's the word divining rod. So, okay, so here's what my husband said, and I thought, bam, it was so huge. Okay, he says, words become thoughts or images. And he used an example. It's like, if I told you right now not to think of the Statue of Liberty, you're thinking of the Statue of Liberty. If I said, don't think about pink sneakers, guess what you're thinking about? So, words become thoughts and images, and then those images generate a feeling. They generate something positive or negative about whatever that image is that you've created. And then those feelings create an outcome. So that's key. And the reason that's key is because when you're trying to market to your clientele, whoever that is, the key thing to know is, what are the words that I'm saying, and what are the key messages I'm giving, and what images are those key messages creating, thereby causing a vibration or feeling in somebody, which will then cause an outcome, whether they call you or don't call you, or keep looking, whatever it is. So I really feel when you understand your core values, like really get them, and they're not earth-shattering, by the way, but when you really get them, that you can't help but operate from them, because when they become conscious, they're just there. Now, if you're a wedding planner, or it doesn't matter what industry you're in, but I'm going to use the wedding industry because that's what I'm in. Excuse me. Wedding planners are like a dime a dozen. We all sell like the same services. We all have the same packages, and really what it gets down to is price point. So if a couple is looking to hire a wedding planner and they pull up 10 wedding planners across the GTA or wherever, chances are they all look pretty much the same. Different pictures, slightly different words, but the packages are the same. And the idea of what some kind of services we're going to be offering is the same. The only thing that may differ is price point, which means that your potential client is now shopping based on price. So in order to differentiate yourself from the marketplace, you're going to have to do a little more than find some flowery words that you think are going to inspire people to hire you. Because my true belief is that when you understand your core values, and the core values are the things that you operate from, whether you're conscious of it or not, absolutely and without a doubt, always, no matter what. And when you're clear about those and you can articulate them in a way that really resonates with you, you are then going to be able to resonate with other people that want those same services. For example, and the crazy thing is, when you have wedding planners, and that I would say similar personalities or similar desire to fulfill people's needs and wishes and dreams, you would be amazed at how different the actual core values are. From thoughtful service, which is mine, to complete joy, complete joyfulness, completely joyful, to what's the other one I was helping, which is going beyond the expectations, absolutely, always, and without a doubt. we all do the same thing, but we all operate out from a different place of committedness. Committedness? You know what I'm saying? We're committed from different angles. So in order to stand out in a noisy world, not only just amongst our peers, but just in life in general, when we understand our core values, you're going to be able to create your marketing that is everything you write about is about that. If it's being completely joyful, you can really write from a place of that. If it's being, for example, like mine's thoughtful service or complete joyfulness, the images you're going to put up are going to be of joyful faces, of happy, love, amazing experience. If you are coming from a place of distinct details, for example, I don't know, I'm just pulling that one out, then you might be putting up images that are all detail oriented, the beautiful, the intimate folds of a flower, or hand painted china, whatever it is that is inspiring to you, that makes you vibrate on that different level. You need to understand that, because it isn't all the same. It may come in a similar package, but unless you're specific, you're going to be getting a bunch of people that are calling you. And what you're looking for are targeted hits. You're looking for your specific market. And sure, you can write it down. You can kind of write your demographic. Yeah, I want like 18 to 34, and I want like, mostly females, and they have to have an income bracket of 70,000 plus, or whatever it is. But I think personally that you're actually looking for a more dedicated core value. That like attracts like. So when you understand and you're clear about what it is that you do in life, consciously or not, then those are the people and the couples that you're going to attract. And even if you're not in the wedding industry, it doesn't matter what you do. Massage therapy, florists, decor people, I don't know, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Whatever it is you're trying to market to the world, it's your job to discover first, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Thank you, Stephen Covey. So our job is to understand first ourselves, and so that we can understand others, and then we can help people understand us as well. But it's our job to kind of first understand what it is that we're looking to provide for people, and then we'll get those people naturally, for sure. So what else did I want to tell you? Gosh, there's so many things. Oh yeah, okay, I'm looking at my notes here. So words create thoughts and images, which create and stirs feelings, which then translates into outcomes and action. Are they going to click forward and contact you, or they're not? They're going to move on. And here's the crazy thing. When you are clear about your core values and you are operating from those at all times, a magical little thing happens. For me, it's thoughtful service. And nobody can beat me on that. Like, my core values are thoughtful service. It's my competitive edge. And it doesn't matter, you could line up 100 other wedding planners beside me, and that they may like those words, and they may like, of course I like serve thoughtfully. But it's probably not anybody else's. It's just mine. And so nobody can beat me on that. And so too can nobody beat you on your competitive edge. However, the more I consciously think in everything I do, thoughtful service, thoughtful service, thoughtful service, or like with somebody else that I was helping today earlier, complete joy, completely joyful, whatever the words are, when you operate out of that, guess what happens? You put it out and it comes right back. Woo! Who doesn't want that? That is exciting to me, to think that whatever I put out in the world is going to be returned to me, so positively or negatively. And that's why it matters to keep keep a positive attitude, because it sounds a little hairy-fairy, and just keep positive. The world's blowing up, but let's keep positive. It's more than that. It's very distinct and specific, and it's intentional. You can't kind of, like Unikitty from the Lego movie, just like, eventually you're going to explode. You don't want to be like that, because that's sort of put on, and it's a bit fake, and it's not really truly intentional. So that's why I believe you need to uncover your core values. They are already there. They're built in. They're already in existence. It's kind of like the David, like the sculpture. You just need to chip away, chip it all away, and let the beauty that already exists inside you be revealed. And when you reveal it, I really truly believe that the way you operate in business and life is going to be profoundly different. A shift will take place when you understand the place you're coming from. You'll be less frustrated because you understand, oh, this is my thing. I believe in thoughtful service, nobody else. And that's okay. And for me, if I want to use the white dishes when all my guests come over, I know my mother-in-law, she's so great. She's like, oh, don't bother putting them in the white dishes. Just, you don't have to scoop the hummus out. We'll just eat it from the container. And I'm like, no. And it's not because I can't eat from a container. Of course I can. That's no big deal. But I get joy from serving thoughtfully. And so when you understand your core values, you will also understand the joy you get from fulfilling your core internal, it's like a little sprouted magical seed. I know it sounds so airy-fairy, and it feels it when I say that. But I really feel like when we are operating out of that specific truth, that life is infinitely more joyful, and it's easier, and it's more awesome, and everything you do can stem from that. And a side note, it's easy to get overwhelmed because you can kind of do all those things to like a deficit for yourself. So when you become aware of your core values, you can say, you can choose to not thoughtfully serve today. You know what? No, that's okay. I think I'm just going to eat from the container, and that's okay. So there are advantages to knowing what your choices are because they come from a truth inside. So I know I talk about core values a lot, but I really think it is a magical marketing tool because when you understand it, you can create the image, which creates a feeling and a vibration, which causes an outcome. And I truly believe when you know what you're saying and you understand what you're trying to deliver in the message as opposed to making up a bunch of words that you think sound good, then, hey Gayatri, when you truly understand that, the truth of the message will be delivered and the people looking at your message are going to automatically be more interested in what you're saying because it's a truthful statement. Thanks for the hearts and the love, Gayatri. So it's really true. I'm just about to hang up, Gayatri, sorry. I'll call you though if you want. Man, oh man, this was like a big thing for me today, the whole core values thing. So please, if you don't know what your core values are, you need to spend some time thinking about it, asking yourself the right questions, or call me. I love this. I'm so into this right now. So let's talk more. And I'm going to head off. Gayatri, we should talk. I'd love to figure out yours. I love working with you. I think our core values are the same. Here's another thing. You don't always know other people's core values. You couldn't possibly. Sometimes we barely know our own. You just see the kinds of service that they deliver in life and who they are in life, and that gives you a good inkling as to who they are, which is really great. And that always comes from our core values. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for now, but let's talk more about it and another time, because you know I will. In the meantime, have an awesome rest of the day, and we'll check back soon. Ciao for now.